Editorial: Family Separation and Reunification in Canada. For a better life is the usual reason that Filipino give when being asked by the Canadian officer during their primary interviews. If they will be approved to work in Canada, they will bring with them corresponding deals of the government and most of all, the pain of leaving behind your most precious loved ones, your own family. When I drive on my way to work, I often catch a glimpse of Asian women taking care of Caucasian children. As I watch her working hard to do her responsibility as a nanny, I always give her a salute for her sacrifice to look after the loved ones of that Canadian family and as well as their own family across the oceans. Beside the money they earn working domestic responsibilities, then send it to the Philippines. As a skilled worker under the Live-in Caregiver Program, the opportunity to bring her family in Canada and be reunited permanently are the most common motivations to endure the long years of family separation and loneliness. Most of all, I couldn't help thinking that 3 years ago, I had the same feeling and situation she has now. I was a male nanny, not often as you hear, but the mental toughness as well as personal motivation had driven me to fulfill my role as a dad and a husband across the miles. The Live-in Caregiver Program is a way to migrate to Canada, unable to afford the cost of entering Canada as landed immigrants or any other categories. Filipinos are left only with the opt entering Canada as live-in domestic workers under the LCP. For a particular nanny be able to apply permanent resident status, he or she must complete 24 months of tax paying under his or her designated employer only, meaning he or she cannot pay tax by herself if certain situation occurs such as termination or death of employer, which is common to elderly care. Therefore, the opportunity to complete the 24 months tax paying will be pending unless if he or she could find another employer to sponsor her legally. It usually takes about 4 months to renew a legal document allowing the new employer to pay government tax. Most of the people under Live-in Caregiver programs take about 5 years for the family to be reunited. Despite the years of hardship, sacrifices, patience, and loneliness while working in Canada, under that class, it is not a guarantee that family who are finally reunited will live happily. The time of separation is way too much that they often find themselves estranged with each other. The children or the Filipino youth are the most common victims, exposed with different cultures compared when they were in the Philippines. Most of them are lost and end up bad peers. On the brighter side, some Filipinos have an optimistic attitude. Some of them, including myself, are now in the process of taking each step to upgrade our status. Education here in Canada is the best solution to get a higher salary job. As an aspiring practical nurse and a present resident care aide on a well-respected organization here in British Columbia, the learning opportunity as well as improving our financial stability is crucial. As well as a survivor, I always urge and encourage the newly arrived in Canada to stay focused on their goal, ensure they will meet their Canadian dreams.